Hi guys, welcome back to my channel for those of you who are revisiting. Today we are picking a tower. I know it sounds a little bit scary, but I thought that the end of the year I was thinking about the topic for today's reading, and since it is supposed to be released on the full moon, and this will be the last full moon of this year, so I thought that it will be actually quite a good idea to see what you can release before 2021 ends. And what I will be looking at specifically are the things that you have the power to release. So I'm not going to look into the things that still need some healing or still needs to be worked on. We will see what you are actually ready to release, and it's the best time basically to release it right now. So as I said, you will be choosing today by the Tower card. So we've got group number 1, 2, 3 and 4. Just in case you don't really like the tower image, there are also the backs of the decks that I will be using for the specific group. And of course the tower cards are from the decks. So this is the Ostera Tarot, this is the Darkwood, Forest of Enchantment Tarot, and the Anima Mundi Tarot. So you can choose by the tower image or by the card back, or by the timestamp if you see your lucky number there or anything. Basically there is no right or wrong way to pick a card and to pick a group. So also if you feel drawn to more than one pile, this is absolutely okay. Yeah. Hi, group number 1. So if you've chosen the tower from the Ostera Tarot, this is gonna be your reading. So let's see, what cards do you have? Can we see it? Yes, we can. I'm sorry about the tripod thing, but I couldn't set it up properly this time because I wanted it to not to interfere with my hands, because I was constantly bumping it. So the filming setup is still a work in progress. I hope you don't mind those legs. But anyway, we've got the Moon card, and we've got the 4 of Cups. Okay, and now let's see your clarification cards. We've got the Justice in reverse. We've got the 6 of Cups in reverse. And we've got the Lovers. And as for you, I don't know if we can fit it. Okay, so as for your oracle cards, we've got 48, Surrender. Can you see it? Yes, you can. We've got number 18, Gratitude. All that I am and all that I'll be, forever in gratitude I'll eternally be. And for the Moon card, can you see it? No, you cannot, so I will try to make a little rearrangement. It should fit here. So we've got the full moon in Pisces, balance spirituality and practicality. Okay. Is it everything in the screen? I think it is. Okay, that's my third video and the third time I messed up with the setup. So anyway, so let's start with your Tower card. So I hope you can see it. It's a little bit shiny, but even though I don't really use this deck much often, to be honest, because it's a little bit weird to me. It's not like I'm not vibing with it, but it's just this, it has this like weird eerie vibe about it. But I really love the Tower card in this deck, and that's because, and that's one of the reasons I chose it as a card for today, because this card, as far as I can see among other decks, is quite unique, because there is not only the tower that is falling and that's burning, but I don't know if you can see it, but there is a whole city here that's also burning. And what the way I see it is that the tower was set on fire like first, and then the fire spread to the whole city. So what I think you are ready to release are just vaguely and generally all the things that have their consequences, so to speak. Yeah, I was looking for a word. So it's not like the how to say it, it's not like anything that doesn't serve you anymore, or that was built on a weak foundations. But you know, sometimes a big fire comes from like just a little spark that you don't really see. And looking at the moon card, I would say that these are some habits that you are ready to release. You're probably trying to build some, I don't know, healthy habits, or well, sometimes unhealthy. That's basically a no-brainer, right? But what I feel is that you wanted to build some habits. I see it by this moon card, because this is something the moon is telling about, things that are in our subconscious mind and are mostly hidden from our side. But not always. But some of those things, we have put them in there, right? Like our habits. That's why I strongly feel that for most of you, for like, I guess majority of you, like 99%, there will be some habits that you wanted to build. They don't really work the way you wanted them to work, the way the way they were supposed to work. And at the end of the day, that they do not serve you. You thought that they may be beneficial, but they are actually not. A good example, and also inspired by this moon card, is, let's say you wanted to be more productive this year, right? And you were looking for any habits and ways how to boost your productivity. And a lot of people is telling that you should wake up early, right? But you are a night owl, just like me, and I feel you. I feel for you. So maybe this way of doing things, like everyone would suggest, was not really working for you, if you know what I mean. So so instead of you being more productive and refreshed and stuff like that, because that's not really the type of behavior you would thrive in, you were basically miserable. And as this tower is spreading fire to the rest of the city, you know, just one habit can have an effect in a lot of areas of your life. So I going going further with the sleep example, if you force yourself to wake up early and to, be productive at the hour that you're basically naturally not productive and you would rather sleep, you would be miserable for the rest of the day, right? And that would further affect, well, the rest of your day. You wouldn't be so focused, you wouldn't be so calm. Maybe you would irritate more easily, right? So yeah, and I can see it here as well. So someone is giving this girl this cup full of advice, I would say, but she's like, nope, thank you. I have my own cups with rabbits. I don't know if you can see it. She's holding a rabbit and she's got the cups with rabbits, and this one has actually, I guess it's carrot or a rabbit head. I'm not sure what is it, but but the theme is rabbit. So she's like, I've got my own set of cups and I don't really need anyone else's. So the main thing that you want to release, and you are ready to release, because I guess you have sort of realized on the way that some of those habits or any or any behaviors do not really work for you. So not everything is for everyone. And as well, this girl here is like, see, there are other people there in the background, but they're facing the other way than she is, and she's like, she's figured it out. She's like, screw it, I'm going my way and I'm doing it as I see fit, and not not following the crowd. And this girl is telling me basically the same. So, and as well with the surrender card, what I see is that maybe you were trying to somehow resist the way of being that fits you. And it's not only the recent behaviors and not only the recent the recent habits. I'm stuck at the habits because, well, the reading is basically about it. Like, this is the main message for you. Like, just throw out all the habits that do not really serve you, that do not really like enhance who you are, and focus on building something for you. I'm just jumping between those two cards with the balanced spirituality and practicality, with from in Pisces, and this surrender. It's not really, it doesn't have to be the spirituality and practicality like literally, but the way I see it is like, you can still achieve what you want. Let's go back to this productivity, right? So you can still achieve the desired level of productivity, but changing your life in the way that you see fit, and the way that is more in line with yourself and with the ways that you like doing things. You don't really have to go extreme into one way or another, or trying to be to follow every advice that someone else is telling you. So, and you might have been doing it for a long time. It's like you would rather, I don't know, Google or check on YouTube on how to be this and that, how to be more productive, how to exercise, how to whatever, instead of trying to figure it out, maybe not all by yourself, because that's not the case, but what I feel is that you'll just get someone else's advice without reevaluating it, without checking if it's really something that would work for me, if it's maybe not. How does it fit into maybe my life right now? Because maybe, you've got the life that requires you, let's say you've got the life that requires you to go to bed really late, like you work late shifts, not night shifts, but maybe you have some late shifts, and you wanted to be more productive, and you have read somewhere that you need to wake up early, right? And so that's causing you a problem, because you're tired after your work, you go to bed late, and you want to wake up early, which makes absolutely no sense. You may have been taught in the past that maybe not taught, maybe that's too strong of a word, but some people in the past may like give you some message that you can't really step for yourself. Yes, my cat is confirming it. I don't want to dig into that topic, because I want this reading to be rather short and precise. Hello? Anyway, sorry about the interruption. So you may have this belief, oh dear Lord, you may have this belief that you can't really decide for yourself. It's not like you think you plainly cannot do it, not at all, but you're doubting yourself a lot. And when you make any decision that's like 100% yours, you usually have those second thoughts and third thoughts and fourth and so on and so forth. And you would rather, ask someone or Google it or anything, just to be sure that you really have made a good decision. And most of the time that's absolutely unnecessary. Most of the time you are perfectly fine with anything you decide and with anything you come up with. It's just you don't really trust yourself. And that's what mainly this gratitude cards talks about, in the reference to the rest of the reading. So it's not about the gratitude and about like physical belongings or what you have, or the health or anything like that. It's like this, gratitude that you have all the resources necessary to decide for yourself, to make the best decision that will be in your best interest. So yeah, I guess that's all what I see here for you. I know it's not a long reading, but I don't want to over elaborate on things, because I I'm not the best speaker. But anyway, so today the reading is on the shorter side, but I hope that is a piece of advice for you that will be helpful. If you liked the reading, please consider subscribing or liking the video, and comment down below what happens you are ready to release. I will also be posting together with this video one short, really short video with some like Christmas message, Christmas gift from the spirit guides. So please check that out as well. I will link it in the description, or I will link it to the somewhere, wherever it's supposed to be linked. But anyway, you will be most certainly able to find it. So thank you so much for the reading. I wish you Happy New Year, and see you next time. Bye bye. Hi, group number 2. So if you've chosen the Darkwood Tower, this is gonna be a reading. Today's reading will be on the shorter side. I'm not going to like elaborate for an hour on whatever you need to release. This will be like, I'm trying to be as specific and concrete as I can. So let's check your cards. So we've got the Tower, we've got the Temperance, and we've got the Ace of Swords in reverse. Here what we've got, Nine of Swords. Oh, we've got the Tower in reverse under the Tower. Okay, that's quite interesting. And we've got the Three of Swords in reverse. That's peculiar. Here we've got Manifestia. I hope I read this correctly. We've got Turning Inward. Inside this veil of bone and flesh, I lay my soul to sleep. All the truths within thy bread have come to greet me. I'm starting to see what it is about. And as for the Moon card, believe in the impossible, Blue Moon. Okay, so I will need a minute to wrap up my mind around it. Okay, pile number 2. The first thing that comes to my mind is procrastination. As simple as it is. What do I mean by that? First of all, I feel like you've got this let me explain it as best as I can. So I see those cards as your outer self, and I see those cards as your inner self, like a mirrored version of you. That's what's inside, and you would like to have more balance in your life. I'm talking about, the like work-life balance, that's the type of stuff, and or maybe like social life balance. Maybe you are I don't know, maybe you are introverted and you have your environment is actually quite like full with people, and you bumped into people for most of the time. So yeah, and that's what's causing you the anxiety. That's what I feel. And this anxiety and this like lack of balance causes more and more frustration and how to say it? Well, I feel tired. Like I'm picking up on the energy, and It's like I'm constantly tired. Like I don't really have the power or the energy to get out of my bed. And it's not like physical tiredness. It's like more like being mentally exhausted. And why did it pop up? Because I started with procrastination. So it is actually, it popped up because you have given up on something. And that's what is keeping you in that environment. Maybe you have started a project that you wanted to develop and turn into something bigger and to make an income from it. And maybe that project would allow you to live a life that you want and to design your life in the way you wanted. But I feel like this project lies maybe not forgotten, but you keep pushing it to the back burner every time because you feel like there's always something more important. And the spirits are saying, not anymore. Like you should stop procrastinating on whatever you wanted to do or learn or develop. It may be anything, but you should stop procrastinating on it. And the next year should be the year that you are going to tackle it. You are going to attack it. Basically, I'm seeing a lioness jumping out of the grass to hunt some zebra. I know that's stupid. But anyway, you've got a lot of ideas. You've got a lot of brilliant ideas, but you procrastinate on them. And that's what's keeping you in the environment that you are in, that you don't really want to be in. Some of the procrastination comes from the fact that you don't really believe in yourself, that you don't really believe if that idea is really going to make the day, right? And of course, some of them will not. That's just a part of creating a business or learning something, because you usually have some assumptions that, if I learn, let's say, if I learn coding in this and this language, I should get a decent job that would pay me this much, right? But it's not always guaranteed, right? So you doubt yourself. First of all, if you are able to learn, or if you're able to develop the idea of you, if you're able to, grow the business that you want. And this, like, the second layer of the doubt is, you're doubting if it will bring the outcome that you want. So a little bit of, I don't know, cold shower on the head. You've got plenty of ideas, and of course some of them will work, some of them will not, some of them will work well better than you thought, some of them may beat some only average, but you will never know until you try it. So the main message here is, like, stop doubting yourself. Release this doubt, because you need to experiment, you need to try new things, because that way you will grow. And by releasing this doubt, you will also release this procrastination that you have, and that will push you. mm, forward to the basically life that you want. That's a little bit like vague statement, right? But basically, once you start implementing the ideas or start growing the business that you want, you are going to see the results. It's not like there won't be anything and all your endeavors will be a total disaster. You will see results, and you will regain this control over your life. So you will be able to, returning back to what I was talking about, the environment that you are in. So you will be able to, I don't know, maybe pull out of this environment, or limit your exposure to things that you don't really want, that cause you anxiety, or you will be able to like sign out from the things that you don't really want to participate in. That will bring you also this calmness and this peace that you right now lack. And yeah, I'm looking at this turning inward card, and what I see is like a little bit of advice, I would say, to choose those ideas or those actions that you want to take, that you will not be procrastinating anymore on. Like, tune them into your inner self. We all have some system of values within us. It is growing, and it grows and develops through our entire life. So maybe you are in this environment because your values were a little bit different some time ago. Maybe they've changed, or maybe you just didn't know what you are getting into. But anyway, right now I feel like you have grown, and you have sort of reevaluated your value system. So it will be great idea to make a check-in with yourself. What are your values, and what actions should I make first regarding all those things that I have procrastinated on? What to do first, just to be in tune with myself. And one very big great message from your spirit guides is that one of those ideas, we don't know which one, of course, and this is a general reading, but one of those ideas will be a so-called oyster, which means when you open an oyster, it's mostly like the animal itself inside, but once in a blue moon, I guess, because yeah, that's what the proverb, that's the proverb I heard. I don't really know how it's exactly in English, but once in the blue moon, you will get a pearl in this oyster. So one of your ideas will be this oyster with the pearls, and it will bring you a lot of success. So you shouldn't really procrastinate on it. You should release your doubt and procrastination, and you will be on your way to getting your life in line and getting your life better. Guys, I will end your reading here. I wanted it to be like short and precise. If you liked it, if it resonated, please let me know in the comment section. Please let me know what ideas you have. You don't have to be very specific if you don't want to share, but I'm really, really curious. Consider subscribing and liking the video, of course, and a little bonus at the end. Write together with this video, I am releasing a sort of a Christmas gift from the spirit guides in the separate, as a separate video, very, very short, like couple of minutes. So if you're interested in something extra from the angels, please check that video. I will link it somewhere, wherever it's supposed to be linked. So anyway, thank you so much for the reading. I keep my fingers crossed for you. Have a wonderful new year, and I love you. Bye bye. Hi guys. So if you chose the Folly, actually it's not the Tower, it's the Folly and the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, this is gonna be your reading. It will be on the shorter side, so I will not elaborate a lot on the cards. I set an intention to give you like a short, precise message of what you are ready to release. So let's look what cards you've got. So we've got the Folly. We've got the Six of Wands in reverse, which is a Six of Cups. Nope, it's Six of Pentacles. Sorry. We've got the Nine of Spells. We've got the Strength in the reverse. I love strength. I love this archetype, the spirit. We've got Two of Cups and we've got the Emperor. Okay. And for your oracle cards, we've got Mount Shasta. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. We've got Gatherings. And here we've got the Cardinal Moon. Be bold and make the first move. Can you see everything on the screen? I hope you can. And I'm sorry about the tripod situation going on here, but I couldn't get the setup right. So, but for now, this is the most comfortable setup that I have. So I hope you don't mind the tripod poking out from the screen. So let me give. Now I need the minute to think about what I'm seeing here. I see two things here actually. First of all, you have made maybe one, maybe a couple of really, really bad choices, so to speak. And those choices made you, put you in a position when you had to defend yourself and when you had to rely on others and you didn't really want to do it, or you didn't suppose you will have to. You might have been a little bit too bold with those choices. But the good news are that these are the type of choices that you can just easily change your mind on, if you know what I mean. Like, let me think of an example for that. Okay, let's say you have chosen a particular field of study. So you got into a university to study whatever you wanted. Let's say it's some computer engineering. Let's go with that. And the thing is that the costs of tuition, I guess it's called tuition, like you know the money that you have to pay for studying, the cost of living in the city, because maybe you had to move to another city. So it turns out to be really expensive, more than you imagined. And on top of that, you don't really like the subject. You've realized that you don't really like computer engineering, so to speak. But you are not bound to it, so that's a good news. So you're not bound by your by those decisions, so you can release them, and that's what you can easily release right now, because as I said, I was looking into something that you are actually ready to release. That's not something that you have to sorry, it's not something that you have to work on or heal or anything. Like, you have already realized the fact that you have made a decision that's not basically beneficial for you. And if you wanted any confirmation of that, that's your confirmation. That's the sign that you can just, step out of it. So that wasn't a good decision. It made you, not miserable. It's not, that's not what I see, but you just, the moment you took that decision and you saw its first outcomes, you immediately felt that it wasn't the best way to go, that it wasn't the best the best decision. And part of the reason of why you did that decision, it's a little bit more spiritual than psychological, but you were not in tune with the energy of strength. In the spirit world, there is an archetype of strength, that's like speaking through this the card. She likes to be called strength, just strength, and she's all about helping you making decisions. It's very, very shortly spoken right now. There is a lot more to that, but she's this type of energy that will help you know when you should make a logical decision and when you should make a more intuitive decision. So we can all like tap into our intellect or into our intuition or a little bit of that whenever we need. And depending on situations, some decisions are better made on this intuitive side, some are made rather on this logical side. And the reason why you didn't make a good decision was because you were out of this alignment. And good thing is that you can just ask strength to help you align with this energy. She will be more than happy to help you, but you really have to, you really need to want it. So this is the first message. And the other message that I see here is quite funny, because I'm not really into the love readings, but there may be, it will be just for some of you, but some of you have a crush and you are really like this a high school boy or girl that's just poking around the corner, looking at at his or her crush. So you're not sure if your crush would like you or not. And what I see here is that you should be brave and bold. Not like overly brave and bold, but you should release this fear of rejection, this fear of what's the word? Well, what I what I want to say, I cannot find like good sentence for that, but you are more comfortable not knowing what your crush is thinking than you would be like just approaching the person and asking. Well, so anyway, I got like my brain just got toasted with that. So anyway, don't be afraid of your of approaching your crush. And for some of you, this will be actually the moment of releasing your crush from being your crush. if you know what I mean. So sometimes you don't really know a person, you just see him or her like far, like, you know, from the far side, and you have this like image of the person that's basically perfect. And once you start talking to them, it turns out that they are not so wonderful as you imagined. So for some of you, actually your first move, your bold move will be, you know, this kind of an icebreaker into the relation with that person, whether it be like only a friendship or something more. And but for some of you, what I see, you will realize that your crush is not so perfect and wonderful, and you will be free from that person. I don't know if that's like a comforting message or not, but that's what I see. So I've decided to also include it here. So I'm going to end the reading right now. As I said, it is rather short because I wanted to give like a specific message and not dwell on what's and ifs. I hope you liked it. If you did, please consider subscribing for more readings, and maybe liking the video, or tell me in the comments section what resonated and what not. I'm really curious. Also, a little bonus, because with this video I will be uploading one additional video, really short, like a couple of minutes, with the Christmas gift from the angels. So if you're interested in receiving a little something from the angels, go check that video. I will link it somewhere here. So thank you so much for the reading. Have a wonderful Christmas and wonderful New Year. I hope I will see you in the next reading. And for now, take care. I love you. Bye-bye. Hi, group number 4. If you've chosen the Anima Mundi Tower, which is a volcano, this is going to be your reading. This reading will be on the shorter side. I'm not going to elaborate too much. I just want to give you one specific thing that you can release, that you are ready to release. That's what's most important. Also, there will be a little bonus on the very end. I will talk about it, so please stay tuned. And now let's look at your cards. So we've got, of course, the Tower. We've got the Hierophant. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Let's see the other cards. We've got High Priestess, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. And for your Oracle cards, we've got Water, the Overflow. Oh, you're the Psychic pile, definitely. We've got Self-Care. And we've got Communication is Key, New Moon in Gemini. Let me read this Self-Care card. If not me, then who? To tend to a wholeness, the parts in which surrender die, pulls for a heart that's nearer than any other. Blah, blah. English is not my first language. Okay. First message that I get, a little bit funny, that you need to release some steam. Like literally. I get exercise more. Yeah, so okay. I'm sorry, I got lost in my own thoughts. So first of all, yeah, there is something, I would say there is someone that is really, really pissing you off. I can't find any other, any better, more subtle words for this. It may be your boss. If you are an employee, if you're a student, or if you're not employed yet, this may be like your teacher, your professor at the university, or something like that. Some person that has some sort of not power over you, but you get what I mean. So for most of you, what I feel for most of you, it's your boss. And your boss is not really on this nice side of things. And maybe you think you need a raise. That's a random message that I got, but and maybe he or she is not wanting to give you that raise, even though you are the one that bring a lot of value to the company. So that's mostly for the employee viewers, right? Okay, so for some of you have been thinking about changing a job, about signing a resignation. I guess that's how you should call it. So some of you were thinking about resigning from the job that is not fulfilling, that is, your boss is, insert the bad word here, you feel like you are the one that is bringing the value and the money to the company, and you are not being recognized, and you are keeping it all within yourself. Maybe you tried to speak about it with your maybe not with your boss, but maybe with your supervisor, and basically you achieved nothing. That's really frustrating, because I feel this kind of a frustration. And please don't take my words as an advice. Okay, so this is just to confirm what you have already decided, or what you already know. But if you at some level of your thinking decided that you are going to leave this job, or maybe you want to leave the university and the subject that you're studying, that's something similar came in the third pile, so you may want to check it as well. But it wasn't so specific. It was just making a decision that does not fit you. But here I would say we've got the job situation for most of you, for the majority of you. So what well, referring back to the question that's in the video, what you need to release, what are you ready to release? You are ready to release what's putting you down. So if it's a job that's unfulfilling, you're ready to release it. I feel like most of you either already have another job, like you're eyeing another job, or some of you could easily support yourself with your own like freelance work. So yeah, that's quite precise message for most of you. So you are absolutely ready to leave your job and to prioritize yourself. That's what the self-care card is about. So that's, you should be always your first priority, and no one else, no company and no supervisor should be, you know, on the first place, and then you just for yourself, of course. So and also well, one other message that I got, that for some of you may be like a little bit pushed to leave that job because of the fact that you are not treated the way you would like to be treated. Let's say you've got too low salary. That's, I guess, usually the main reason people would like to change their job. But you actually like your job. This is only for some of you, or job, or your studies, or anything. I'm just, you know, I've just fixated on the job. So for some of you, the situation is that you like your job. You wouldn't leave it if it wasn't for something, and you didn't really speak out about it. At least you didn't do it like clear enough. So before you make this decision, you may want to try to talk to the person that's in charge, to tell how you feel, what value do you give to the company, or what do you expect for your work. Because for some of you, if you're able to communicate more clearly what your expectations, you'll actually get what you want. That's also a quite clear message. Only for some of you. Most of you, I still see this situation as like, you know, just it's better for you to be out of it and be done with it. Absolutely. But for some of you, for those who really like the job and the place you are in, you may try to like work things out, but you need to be very clear and very precise about what you are expecting. Okay, and also just a last message, because I told you that you are the psychic pile. So yes, I feel that some of you have a wonderful psychic abilities, but they are a little bit dumped right now because you're overworking. So also try to maybe try to find more of time for yourself. Like, don't work so much, so long. Try to be a little bit more forgiving, and try to tend to yourself more. So that's that's the last quick message that I got. So pile number 4, I'm going to end the reading here. As I said, I wanted it to be rather short. If you liked it, please let me know in the comment section. Consider subscribing or liking the video. And as for the bonus that I told you about, together with this video, I will be releasing another one, really short, like a couple of minutes video, with a kind of Christmas gift from the angels. I will not tell you what it is. I want you to see it for yourself. I hope you will like it. So anyway, thank you so much for the reading. Have a wonderful new year. I love you. Take care. Bye-bye.